We usually, when I'm on day off and she's on break, we would take that normal drive or socialization with just the kids and us, and we would drive, either go up the highway, go through Western, come around through Boom, go down North, or we would go to the park, or we would go to Bacab, or we would just be driving around the city.
On Monday, Golda Reynolds, her 10-month-old son Abdur Smith, and her best friend Tifara Samuels Hall were heading up the highway as they so often did, just as a pastime, given the restrictions of the pandemic. But that afternoon, as they drove past the 8 Mile community, the unthinkable happened when they were clipped by a dump truck that tried to overtake her small white car. Reynolds told us what happened next and how she tried her best to avoid what she saw coming at her.
Truck that was coming from the direction of Belmopan to Belize City start blowing his horn to alert him that, you know what, you can't overtake. And because I can't stop the speed where I go and the speed where you go, you can't overtake. But by this time, he done started to overtake my vehicle. And when he realized that he couldn't make that overtake, he tried to dress back and he swerved into my vehicle, turned my vehicle to the side, which is the passenger side, and he pushed my vehicle straight into the vehicle, the big truck that was coming in the opposite direction. And he pushed me and I tried to turn. I tried to turn that vehicle because I saw it coming. And I couldn't because he clipped my vehicle and he pushed and then he eventually break free of it. For some reason, God was out there and he break free and he swerved into the lane, the next lane, and he couldn't stop. He stopped probably about some 100 yards away, and on impact, my friend and the baby dead. The baby dead. I took my son because she was feeding the baby and putting him to sleep, and as the baby was asleep, I pick him up and I said, just say something to mommy, please. You know, I just wanted to hear his voice, but I watched my baby take his last breath. I watched my baby take his last breath. And I hold him and I walked up that street with that baby in my hand, and I tell that, I said, bring that driver to me. Bring him, let him see what he did to my baby.
Hall's family was in disbelief when they heard the news no one ever wants to hear.
My brother called and say, I need to go to the hospital because my sister gets in an accident. So I tell him like, why stop playing? He said, like, yeah, I know the play. He said, I'm not sure, she's supposed to be dead. So we don't want to tell my mama because my mama kind of travel with pressure and things. So me and my next sister just come out and we gone straight to the hospital. And where we reached there, I had my sister in our bag, in the back of our pickup truck. We'll wait for the doctor to pronounce her dead. And
Reynolds says she didn't take her two children, Abdur's brother and sister, because they were doing their online classes, nor did they take Hall's 7-year-old daughter. Today, both families are holding strong to their faith, trying to support their grieving loved ones.
I got some series of abrasions, bruises. I don't know if I will be able to stand on my leg because I can't walk. And it continues. I just have to wait and see. I mean, it's hard this year. It's terrible for me. I had my baby in January. I lost my mom in March, and now November, my baby. Oh, can you cope with all of this? You know?
be safe on the road. It hurt me if you know that I enforced the law, and this is the way my sister went. You know, come on, and only one dep on the road. Share a road, you no need to drive. So Belize now move. Where you going, no move. You still want to reach where you going, just slow down and take on the time on the road.
Reynolds had this to say to the driver.
You can't be one driver with irresponsible. People like we were responsible can't hide from, you know. You take on two life. Tefara have one daughter. You take one ma for one daughter. You take one son for one ma. I can't replace this. You're sorry no means nothing to me if you even say sorry. You know? Why did you decide to overtake? What was the hurry with the building or the place where you gone? May I move?
These are among the many questions that will continue to replay within the minds of the loved ones of Abdur Smith and Tefara Samuels Hall as they mourn their untimely deaths as a result of the latest fatal accident. Duane Moody for News 5.